Hello and welcome. So we're going to be solving this equation for k. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'd say, right, where is it? In the parentheses, right? K is inside the parentheses, which means we have a couple of options here. All right. Well, not really a ton of options, right? Remember PEMDAS, right? This is for simplifying something down. If you want to get into one thing, simplify it, plug numbers in, you're good to go. PEMDAS, perfect for that. Now, if you're solving, PEMDAS actually is helpful in another way. You actually go the other direction, right? Instead of starting at parentheses, you would start at subtraction, and that tells you your order for solving. You will deal with any addition, subtraction, then division, multiplication, then any exponents, and then stuff that's inside the parentheses will come last. Meaning that your k inside the parentheses, you're going to do that after all of the stuff outside the parentheses gets dealt with. So we need to get rid of our 2/7, and that's where we're going to start with this problem. All right. So when I'm looking at that, it's all right, 2/7. There's two ways you can go about it. You can do it all in one step, or we can tackle it in two. I find tackling it in two makes more sense for a lot of students, so we're just going to tackle that now. All right. So first off, because it's being multiplied, I can actually multiply all of this and have it affect my 2/7. All right. So we have 2 divided by 7. I'm going to undo division of 7 by multiplying 7. So we have 7a equals 2x times k plus m. All right. And then I'm going to undo multiplication of 2. 2 is being multiplied to the parentheses. That's what two things side by side in math mean. So I'm going to do undo multiplication with division. Divide by 2. All right, and then that gets my parentheses alone, so we can drop the parentheses without an issue. So 7a over 2 equals x times k plus m. All right, so now, alternate step. If you didn't want to tackle it in 2, you could have said, hey, hold on a second. I know I have a equals 2/7 times the x k plus m. Couldn't we have just divided by 2/7? Absolutely, right? That is the other way we could have tackled that. Division by fraction means multiplying by its reciprocal. You would have gotten the 7/2a in one step there. All right, so that is a or optional kind of thing, but either way we get the same thing, and now this is where we're at. All right, remember your goal. Your goal is solve for k. What is around it? Well, we have multiplication of multiplication of x, add m. All right, so from there I'd say, okay, well, we undo addition of m by subtraction. Remember that order of operations, right? Addition, subtraction is going to come first. So I say 7a over 2 minus m equals x times k. All right, now we're almost there. You're about to finish this off. It's x times k. You undo multiplication with division. So divide by the x, which means that we're at the answer of k equals 7a over 2 minus m over x. Now, that isn't the prettiest looking answer, but, it's there. It's an answer. Okay, if we wanted to make this look better, my recommendation is to multiply by 1. Right? How that works is, 2 over 2, it is 1. If you times by 1, have you changed anything? No. It'll make it look different. It'll make it look nicer, but you will ultimately be just fine, right? Now, when we solve, we want to be as simplified as possible. So when we do this, that 2 is going to distribute. It's going to multiply to both things in the numerator. So then you have 2 times 7a. Well, 2 over 2 gives you 1, and it leaves you with just the 7a. That's why we multiplied by 2, because we wanted to undo that division of 2 there. Okay, and then 2 times m is just minus 2m. In your denominator, we have the 2 times the x, which is just 2x. So k equals 7a minus 2m all over 2x. Now keep in mind, because that is subtraction, no, you cannot cross out those 2's. That's not a valid move, right? Because it's subtraction. If it's multiplication, yes. Subtraction and addition, no. All right, so there you go. Final answer, that is as good as it gets. That's totally simplified, right? You don't have compound fractions. It's a single fraction. Nothing simplifies. You're good to go. And there's your solution for K. All right, thanks for watching.